Hey, book friends, welcome back to Books I Read. I'm Sheila, and I'm so glad you're here. And as you already read the title, you know this is another May birthday haul. Woo, woo. It's not so bad. They're really little hauls, but if I put it all in one great big haul, like at the end of the month or something like that, I feel like you guys would get really overwhelmed. And not only that, I think it's more fun to do smaller hauls just more often because a lot of people like those. They like hauls, they like unhauls, that kind of thing. So without further ado, let's get started. Hey, book friends. I just wanted to show you a couple things I picked out for myself for my birthday. I wanted to show you the booklight. Everything is from Ollie's. This booklight retails for $9.99. I paid $1.99. I usually like to buy my booklights from Dollar Tree because if they get damaged or broken or lost or whatever, it's just $1. But this is cheap too. I just wanted a better booklight or a booklight that sits a little higher on my books so you can flip the pages a little bit better. So it sits on your book like this. I like how it sits so far. I like how it clips. It seems to be more sturdy than some of my other ones. And then you just pull it up and twist it, and it still seems to sit in the book a whole lot better than some of my other ones. A lot of my other book lights, I think, just sit too low. And when you go to turn the page, they're not high enough. So it's hard to turn the page, is my point, with the other book lights that I get from Dollar Tree. I hope it does work out because I do love book lights. This way I can read in bed a physical book and it doesn't bother my husband. It'd be great. This book I picked out for myself, The A to Z of You and Me by James Hanna. Some people like this book. Some people hate this book. And again, Ollie's for $1.99. I think the synopsis sounds good. I guess the guy he's 40-year-old Ivo. And I believe he is in hospice, right? And he is basically creating an A to Z game for himself to pass the time, to avoid the pain, and a way to think about what really got him here. That's my understanding. But what got me is it says all our choices have consequences, but what happens after? And then recently I read A Witch, so I decided to purchase at Ollie's for $1.99 Akata Warrior. I'm hoping that the audio is on my library app because I would love to read this, follow along. Like I have told you guys, I like to listen to the audio and follow along with the book because it just brings the story more to life for me. So I'm hoping so. I did change my Goodreads star rating on A Witch. I ended up giving a 5-star instead of a 4-star because I really like the book that much. So there you go. That's what I got, and I just wanted to show you what I've picked out for myself so far. And I will see you later. Bye! Hey, book friends. Okay, so we are doing a 7-book. There are 7 books in this birthday haul. These are books that I bought for myself, and I'm pretty excited. I went to Goodwill. Hardcovers at this particular Goodwill, not all Goodwills in my area, but this particular Goodwill charged $1.50 for hardcovers and $1 for paperbacks. This particular book I have already read, but it is a good book, and it's how do I want to say it? It's a good book. It's just a good book. But I've already read it, but I wouldn't mind reading it again because I do have book 2. And I read so much and so frequently that sometimes I forget what a story was about. And then if I go to try to talk about it with somebody, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm mixing up this book and this book, or these characters and these characters. And I have a really hard time remembering main characters. So I'm like, I think I'll read this book again when I pick the other book out of my TBR. This way I can read the book again and refresh my memory before I read book 2. Does that all make sense? I hope so. So it's not in bad condition at all, and it was $1.50, so how cool is that? All right, and this book, I've been wanting to read Ruth Ware books for a while. And I do, and I have seen some of them circulating. So I picked up In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. And this one was only $1 because, again, it's paperback. Hardcover is $1.50. Paperback was $1. And, again, I will be visiting this Goodwill again because, yep, Definitely cheap. Had a lot of great authors. I guess a lot of good donations go to that one. So there you go. And then this one I have been seeing at Ollie's for a long time. And some people would say, well, you must have bought it at Ollie's because it has an Ollie sticker on it. But actually, I did not. I found it at Goodwill for $1, and somebody must have just read it, or maybe they got it as a gift as well and just decided, I'm not going to read it. But it was only a buck instead of $1.99. So, ta-da! I don't know. I've been seeing this title, though, at Ollie's a lot and on my library app. So I'm kind of curious. It doesn't have really high ratings on Goodreads, but it's still pretty much a 3-star rating, so I'm going to give it a whirl. And I know it's about 2 sisters. One sister has everything, and her twin hates her for it. Okay, anyway, Sarah Dessen. Now, I have read a couple Sarah Dessen books over some time, and I like her writing. I actually have one of her audiobooks. I don't know if it's in my vehicle or on my shelf, but I do have an audiobook by her, and I forget what it's called, but this is Someone Like You. And again, it's in, when you see those lines, it means I got it from the Goodwill. So, I don't know. It says, life is ugly, awful place, not to have a best friend. So, I don't know. But I can't wait to read it. I do like Sarah Dessen's writing. And then this book is called Taken. I don't really know much about it. It's by Aaron Bowman. It is, Bowman. It is a book 1 in... I don't know if it's a duology or a trilogy. I can't remember. But I got it because Mary Lou blurbed on it. And, of course, she's a good writer, too. She wrote, she's author of Legend. And what else has she wrote? I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head that she wrote right at the second. But she blurbed More Please. And it just kind of spoke to me. It says, in the primitive town of Claysoot, if you're a man, a brother, son, father, be prepared. When midnight breaks, one day you turn 18 and the heist will take you. So I'm pretty sure it's a duology, but I could be wrong. And then I also have a lot of... Nah, that's wrong. Let's not say a lot. I do have a couple other books by this author, and it's Suzanne Colasanti, I believe, and it's called Something Like Fate. What if your soulmate is your best friend's boyfriend? Dum dum dum. So I'm hoping. I know a lot of contemporaries are boy meets girl, girl meets boy, and it's that same old humdrum la di da. So I'm hoping it's not like that. We'll see. I don't think I've read the other books that I have by this author yet. So maybe if I pull them from the TBR, we'll read this, all the books that I have by this author at that time. That's what I'm trying to say. And then the last book that I do have book 1 in this series. I'm pretty sure it's a 3-book series, trilogy. Blah, blah, blah. A 3-book trilogy. Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children. I have such a hard time saying it. Ransom Riggs, and this is book 2 and or the sequel, Hollow City. Now, I want to read how do I want to say it? I want to read book 1 in this book in October because it just seems like it would fit for October. Spooky, scary kind of thing. Spooky, scary skeletons. I love October. October is one of my favorite months. So, if I pull this from my TBR anytime before October, I probably won't read it till October. So, not only that, I do still have 2 books that I've pulled. So, that's a whole other video. We won't talk about that in this video. But anyway, this is Hollow City. It's hardcover. I think my other book is paperback, but I'm not sure. Not that it really matters. I just want to read the books. And I can't remember. What's the 3rd book? Library something, isn't it? I don't even know. I don't know. I can't remember. All right, but anyway, that is this haul for this birthday haul. I hope you are enjoying these birthday hauls. They are pretty small or similar, but like I said, I wanted to break them up so that it'd be more fun. And I don't know, and more enjoyable. All right, anyway, I guess I will see you in the next haul or the next video next time on Books I Read. Bye.